Hey mathematicians, it's Mr. Mack here again. And for this activity, we are going to practice that cube app some more and start building more rectangular prisms just to kind of get the practice for that. So this one's called Boxing Baseballs. For this activity, you will need your notebook, your math notebook, because we're going to write some definitions down in our math notebook. So from the video previous where I asked you to have a math notebook and an ELA notebook ready, here's your chance to get your math notebook out. So the first thing we're going to do in our math notebooks is write the definitions down for dimension and rectangular prism. Okay. So I'm going to delete these because it says delete to reveal example. So I'm going to delete and then I'm going to put these back for you to see. So what we're going to do in our notebooks is try your best to draw these pictures in your notebook. We have a rectangular prism with length, width, and height. So try your best drawing a 3D shape there. And then all you have to do is draw a rectangle for the length and width. And then I want you to label each side in your notebook. So we have length, width, height. And on the area of a rectangle, we just have width and height. So I'd like you to try to draw those in your notebook. And then what I would like you to do is write the definition for a dimension. So the length, width, height, or height of a figure. Okay. I'm going to show you Mr. Mack's example of what I want you to do too. Then I want you to do the same thing for rectangular prism. So we have all of these rectangular prisms. You don't have to draw all of them, maybe one or two of them, just to remind you what a rectangular prism looks like. Then I would like you to write the definition. A three-dimensional shape, which is it's a solid, whose six faces are all rectangles. So all six, even though you can't see the faces in the back or on the bottom of these rectangular prisms, they're there and they're all rectangles. So a rectangular prism is different than a sphere or a triangular prism or a square triangular prism. So these are all rectangles, okay? So I want you to put the definitions in for those in your notebook. I will have a picture of my example on the page. Then we are going to be working with these two rectangular prisms. So I have my green one and my blue one here. My green one has one, two, come on, two, three. Okay, let me start over. One, two, three, four, five, six. Six cubes. My blue one has one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Two different rectangular prisms. So go as we move forward through the slides, you are going to start adding layers to either the green one or the blue one. You get to choose, and taking a picture in the Cube app and then inserting those into your app, into the slides. So what I want to do is show you what dimensions of the rectangular boxes mean and the expressions. So we're going to start with this green one. So this green one here has a length, that's the long side, of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 6 cubes long. Okay, so I'm just going to put the number 6 with a comma. And the width is how many cubes this way does it go. I always think the width is the shorter side. I always say the length is the long side and the width is the shorter side. So how many cubes this way does it go? Well, there's only one cube this whole way, so it's only going width. This line is only one. It's one cube wide. And then when we have a rectangular prism, it's a little different than just a flat area. We add the height to it, like in a building, a skyscraper, or a Kleenex box, or a pencil box, something like that. So how many cubes high is this shape? Well, there's only one cube here. There's nothing stacked on top, so the height is 1. So it's a 6 by 1 by 1 rectangular prism. Well, let's look at the blue one real quick. Let's do the blue one now, dimensions. So the dimensions of this one are, how long is it? 1, 2, 3, 4 in length, 4 cubes long. The width, oh, we have 1, 2 here. So we have the width of 2. There's 2 cube lengths going that way. Do you guys see that? How high is it? Well, there's nothing stacked on top of this layer. It's still just 1 cube length high. So it's just one high, 1 cube high. So the green one is a 6 by 1 by 1 rectangular prism. The way we write that as an expression is we use parentheses first. So shift 9. I press down shift and hit 9 to get the start of my parentheses. And I write the length. Now we're starting our formula. So we're multiplying our length by our width, which was a 6 by 1. Remember that? 6 times 1. That's also called the base. That's the base of our foundation. It's the bottom. It's the bottom of our rectangular prism. And then the next thing we do with our formula is we multiply, as I have up here, h. What would h mean going up? What would h mean when you're going up? Oh, I think you got it. Height. Good. So how high is this rectangular prism? Well, we already talked about it. It's only one length up, or 1 cube up. So multiplying it by 1. That's all you have to do. Expression, when it says expression, it's just asking for the formula, not the answer. So this is you don't need to tell me the answer for that. You just need to write the numbers down. So we're going to do the same thing with the blue box here, the blue prism. So we have a length of, and I can just look at my numbers over here. Remember, we wrote them over here. So start my parentheses. I have a length of 4, and I'm going to multiply that by the width, which is 2. I'm going to close my parentheses, shift 0, and I'm going to multiply that by my height, and my height was just 1 high. And that's my expression for that cubic centimeter. So when I multiply 6 times 1 times 1, well, I know 6 times 1 is 6, and then 6 times itself, or 6 times 1 again, is 6. So I should only have 6 cubes here. Let's check that out. This is my green one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ding, ding, ding. Let's check my expression for the blue one. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 1 is 8. Let's see if we have 8 cubes in this blue rectangular prism. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ding, ding, ding. So the answers to those are correct, but I don't need to put them in there because it's just asking for the expressions at this point. Okay, so the next slide. These are the directions for the rest of the slide. So it says your turn. Now take one of the rectangular prisms and add layers according to the slide. Use the Cube app, take a screenshot, and insert the pictures into the slide. So you've done this. You remember how to do the Cube app. We're going to do an example here again, but so you just pick either the green or the blue, and you get to add using the Cube app layers, or we're going to add layers to each of those. So this first slide says we want to add 2 layers. Okay, 2 layers. So I already have 1 layer, right? This is considered, when I go back here, so I can see it a little bit better. Come on. This is considered 1 layer. The base is 1 layer. So all I have to do is add another layer, and I'm done. So I want to click the Cube app here, this red button near my picture. Keep clicking my picture, will send you, I need to move my picture here. I'm going to go up top. Mr. Mac, you're going up top. All right, so when you click this app here, this red cube, the link will drop down below, and it will take you to the Cube app that we've talked about before in previous lessons. Now, crossing my fingers, I am hoping that my previous work is already saved on here and I don't have to redo it. Come on, green. Come on, green rectangular prism. It's taking forever. Must be an awesome rectangular prism. I think it is. Okay. Oh, it is there. Okay, good. So I already have 1 layer. And so the slide was asking, I already forgot what it wants 2 layers. Okay. So I'm going to go back and I just need to add 1 layer because my first layer, or my base, is already there. So now I just need to add 1 more layer. And I don't want green. I want to show Mr. Mac that I know the difference. So I'm going to do purple, let's say. I'm going to put 1 more layer on top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I want to screenshot from Mr. Mac. Remember, it's Control Shift square and with the two lines. My screen grayed out. That means it's good. I have this bull's eye thing. I have my two layers. That looks good. There it is. So now I want to show you, we're going to insert this. So I want to click that again. Remember, I want to try to rename it so I remember what it is. So here's my screenshot today at 4:07 p.m. My last one was at 11:20 a.m., the one we did before. So if I click this, oh, let's try the Control Enter. Control Enter, yes, it worked. So let's call this one 2 layers. Okay, so let's click out so I can go back now. So I have my screenshot. Now I need to insert here for the 2 layers. So all I want to do is insert image. I can upload from my computer, I can search the web, or I can go to my Google Drive. Let's go to my Google Drive. Mr. Mac's picture is just getting in the way all day. Oh, look at that face right there. Oh my gosh. Okay, look at that. It's the first one that pops up. So it says 2 layers. I know that's the one I have because it says 2 layers and I can see the picture. I can insert my picture now. And now I can move it around wherever I want. I like it right there. What do you think, everybody? Looks good? Looks good. I got a little piece of it up there too, but that's okay. Okay, so now I need to write the dimensions. So for this one, my length hasn't moved. My length is the same thing. The only thing that I added was part of the height, wasn't it? It's just getting taller each time. So my length is still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my length is 6. My width has not changed either, has it? My length is the same. I mean, my width is the same. That is the same. And then my height, here's where it's changed. I added a layer. So now I have 1, 2. I have 2 cube lengths going up for my height. So now I'm at 2. So this shape, this prism is a 6 by 1 by 2 rectangular prism. So my expression, parentheses, shift 9, is a 6. I'm looking over here. I can just look at my dimensions here. Times or by 1, close parentheses, times 2. My height is 2 now. So if I wanted to solve that, I would say, what is 6 times 1 times 2? 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 2, double it, it's 12. So do I have 12 cubes here? Let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the green. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 for the purple. I have 12 cubes, so I'm good to go. Okay, so your next challenge, I'm going to let you do it, is pick either the green or the blue, or both if you want to do bonus. Go to your cube sculpture activity. If you use your 2 fingers and go like this on the mouse pad, up and down with your fingers, it'll make it bigger and smaller too. And then remember, don't forget about the bullseye thing. Oh, where are you going? Rectangular prism? You're embarrassing me in front of the children. You can move this around. Man, I don't think this prism likes me too much. Okay, so I'm going to come back to our, maybe. Okay, so then now you have, I want you to put 3 layers. I'll have to make it a little smaller because the more layers we put, that means more cubes. And the higher it's going to get. So it's going to get higher and higher. So you're going to have to make that smaller and smaller. And then you have a 4 layers, 6 layers. You might see a pattern between the 2 layers and the 4 layers, and the 3 layers and the 6 layers. And then you'll have 8 layers. And then you have 2 bonus slides. You don't have to do these. It's your choice. 12 layers and 24 layers. Oh my gosh, I have not done that. I haven't done 12 layers either, actually. So I don't think anybody can do that. But if you want to try, go for it. Okay, so that's this activity. Remember, let me come back to the top one more time. Make sure you write the definitions in your math notebook. And then you just follow the directions as you go. All right, have fun with this. And if you have questions, put them in the comments in the assignment when we get there, okay? All right. Let me push the button. All right. Have fun. Bye.